There she is, the almost birthday girl, Hollie.
Oh my God.
Hey, Hollie, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I told you I was going to start it off weird.
Nailed it.
God, Nicolas Cage is so good in this movie. I've just been
He's
like
brilliant.
Reciting all the little things he says, like the mommy, daddy.
That is literally one of the best parts of this movie, like, because you do not expect it at all, and it's just like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. So of course we are going to talk about Longlegs today, and I'm joined by Hollie, aka HollieByTheCemetary. Is this the first podcast you've ever done?
The first one, yes.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you're a natural.
Already?
You're doing great.
Wow, we just started.
Already. We're a minute in, and you got the goods, sweetheart. You're doing great.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Longlegs today.
Oh God, the accents. I can't.
Yeah, we have quite the duality of accent going on. I say long legs. She's long legs.
It's only going to get worse too, so.
I hope so. I love it. So where to begin with this movie, Hollie? Let me ask you this, kind of a broad question here. Do you pay much attention to hype going into a movie? Because I've been guilty of this before as well, but one of my pet peeves is whenever I see a review and the first thing people say is, oh, based off all the hype, I was so let down. It's like, who gives a shit about hype or what other people think? Or
yes and no. I think that's fair, but like, if you're gonna tell me that this is like the scariest movie of the year, and like people like fainted or like had panic attacks, then like you better like bring me something.
Did that happen?
I think there was some talk of that.
Huh.
Or did I make that up? I could have sworn I saw something.
I don't know, but I know what you mean. They always say those kind of things, like, oh,
they do. But like,
vomiting.
Again, you never know. You have to see it, and you have to make that judgment for yourself, without a doubt.
Yeah, and whenever they use those little taglines to promote the movie, like I think this one had the scariest movie in the last decade, I'm like, okay, well, that's just some jabroni who works for Variety.com. He's just some dude. And it's like, I don't give a shit. Like, I acknowledge it. It adds a little fuel to the hype fire. I mean,
which you have to, of course, you want people to go and see it.
Yeah, but I don't go in thinking like, okay, I'm about to have my mind blown. Scariest movie in the last 10 years. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can achieve that anymore. So that's fair.
Yeah. What would you say is the scariest movie you've seen in like the last 10 years? Has anything really gotten to you?
I mean, to be honest, I think The Strangers is probably the closest, only because of how realistic that is. Like, if that happened to me, that would be pretty fucking scary, Like, that's fucking terrifying. Like, imagine living in the middle of nowhere, and you're by yourself in a house, and, like, that's fucking terrifying. But, like, to really scare me, I think it has to be more realistic than, like, what we have been given.
Sure. Okay. So
what about you? What's the scariest movie for you, you would say,
in the last 10 years?
Or just like in general?
I mean, Hereditary did kind of get to me because I just wasn't expecting it. It just I was like, all right. I think that even had a tagline of like, oh, the scariest movie since The Exorcist or something. And I was like, all right, whatever. This is going to be some generic bullshit.
And it was not.
Yeah, and it was not. So I guess I would say Hereditary.
That's a good choice. That's a great choice. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. So
I'm not
Great
gonna
choice.
lie, Paranormal Activity, when I saw it in theaters,
Oh God.
it kind of got to me. I
I
was
mean,
like, God damn it.
I've never seen any Paranormal Activity movie. Fun fact. Not one.
You've never seen the first one?
No, not one. I am
Why?
not interested at all in that franchise. Well, I'm not interested at all. Like, I'm good.
How come?
I don't know. I feel like I could probably predict everything that happens. So certain movies I know I'm not going to like. Like, I'm a very opinionated person, as you know. So I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Like, so
Okay.
I just never tried them.
All right. Fair
Should
enough.
I? Do you really think I should?
I mean, yeah, the first one is worth checking out. Do you just not like
Okay.
found footage or what?
What'd you say?
Do you just not like found footage?
No, I do, but like it's not. I'm not gonna die for it. No, it's probably my least favorite. Maybe not my least favorite, but one of them.
Yeah, so you're a no nonsense kind of gal. You don't have
No.
time for that bullshit. I bet you hate Blair Witch too, don't you?
Oh, it's a no for me.
What?
Absolutely.
I
It is an
fucking knew
absolute
it.
no for me.
Nothing fucking happens. They just lost in
Literally
the
nothing
woods.
happens. You get nothing. You get nothing. Like
Oh my
literally,
God.
it's awful. I don't understand. Like, what did you get out of that movie? What did you get? I need to know. Like, I ask everybody who loves it, what is it?
It's just the atmosphere of the movie. It's what you don't get. It's just the paranoia and dread that was created with just sound and darkness. And I saw the movie when I was like 11, like in 1999. And this was like, is it real? Is it not real? So I was freaked the fuck out. And I had never seen a found footage movie, let alone in the theaters. So once the movie starts, you're like, what the fuck is this? These are like home movies or what? So it was like a whole new experience.
Right.
So I don't know. I still love the movie. I watch it like once a year, but you know, whenever people say like, hey, nothing happens, they're just walking around the woods. It's like, okay, I mean, you're not wrong.
This is like In a Violent Nature. This is exactly, you loved it. I did not.
Well, thanks for coming on, Hollie. This has been a great episode. Thank you so much. No, I'm kidding. No, it's all good. Look, we all have different taste and what have you. And so that kind of leads us into Longlegs. For the most part, I seriously enjoyed this movie. I think I gave it like 4 out of 5.
Wow. That's high.
Yeah. I could maybe bump it up to 4.5.
Whoa.
Or hear me out.
Okay.
I could knock off half a star.
Oh.
I could feel good about doing either one of those.
Okay.
But I did see it twice. And I kind of walked away the second time liking it a little bit more than the first.
Okay.
And I know you saw it twice. You saw it again last night.
I did, and I do not feel the same as you. I didn't hate this movie by any means, but that ending did not land for me the first time or the second time.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's hold that thought. We'll get to the ending. Would you say that I've heard a lot of people throwing out the word twist, like, oh, once the twist comes. I don't think there's really like a Shyamalan style twist.
No, I don't think so either.
So, okay, we'll talk about the ending, but let's kind of go through the cast. Of course, this stars Micah Monroe, aka my baby girl. She does great. Very proud of her. I'll see you later, sweetheart. No, I'm kidding. But Micah Monroe, I think she fucking crushed this role. I loved her in it. What did you think of
I think
Miss
she was
Monroe?
very muted in this role. I think I wanted more from her. I think, you know, she played like the awkward role very well, but like that's all she was. It was like a one note for the entire movie, and I was just like hoping to get something more out of her. And she obviously was completely outshined by Nick Cage, like as everyone else was. So it was hard for her to really shine here.
So I know a lot of people have sort of theorized, like, hey, is she like on the spectrum? What's going on with her? Because yeah, I mean, it's a valid opinion. And I mean, that's just a neutral statement. Obviously, being on the spectrum in any way is certainly not a bad thing. But yeah, I've heard it theorized that the entire movie, she was kind of under the same spell as these other characters. Like she was under the control of the devil the whole time. So that's why she has these sort of psychic abilities, and she constantly seems like she's looking over her shoulder and stuff like that.
I guess that could make sense. Definitely. That could be something.
She kind of reminded me of Edward Scissorhands a little bit. Yeah, like when she's sitting in the little girl's room, like sitting on the bed and kind of got like the pursed lips, and she's just sort of looking around, observing stuff, very timid.
I did love her in that scene though. I thought she was super cute in that scene, like with the little girl.
That whole scene was very adorable.
I thought so.
There are a lot of funny moments in this movie.
There are, actually.
Yeah, the detective Blair Underwood, I thought he was fucking great.
He was. He was awesome in this one.
And you also have like a couple of oddball kind of characters, like the guy that was cutting up the bodies and talking about the ball in the head, talking about his ex-wife. Like he's kind of goofy. Yes. You had the eccentric guy that works at the mental hospital, and he's like telling the story, right? And blah blah blah. So yeah, there are some goofy moments in this movie, and Oz Perkins said himself that he didn't really take this movie that serious, and I feel like it kind of shows. Like I kind of appreciate that about the movie. It's like, yeah, it is dark and fucked up, but there's also this sort of playful nature to it.
There definitely is. I like movies that have like little relief moments like that, you know, because it helps like bring back the tension when needed, you know?
Obviously, there's a lot of positives to this movie.
Definitely.
I don't think anybody can dispute that this movie looks fucking amazing. Like so many shots were just screensaver-esque. I mean, I love the look of the movie. The sound design is fantastic.
Absolutely.
I like that it was set in the 90s, but it wasn't like, let's talk about the internet and beat you over the head with the fact that it is the 90s.
Right.
I think the only thing that there's like a few moments that give away that it's the 90s. Like, did you notice the girl in the hardware store? I'm pretty sure she's wearing a Shorty skateboard shirt.
I didn't even notice that.
Okay. Do you even know what that is?
No.
Okay. Some people will. It is just like a subtle 90s skateboard culture.
Okay.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really a skateboard girl. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint.
Damn it.
I know. Just like ended here, I guess.
So yeah, let's get to some of your notes, Hollie. You sent me a picture the other day. You got some fiery notes written down.
I did.
Let's talk about them.
I honestly think that the opening scene of this movie is extremely strong. Like you felt like uncomfortable immediately, you know?
Cuckoo.
Like you felt it, and I wish that I felt that for the entire movie. That feeling I wish I felt the entire time. I did for a while, but until I didn't. And I appreciate when a movie can just like make you feel that right off the bat, like right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And they didn't even give you too much either in that opening scene. You know, you see the car, you see the little girl. Obviously, you know, something is wrong. And, you know, in the second watch, you obviously pick up on little things that you didn't see the first time. So like in that car, is her doll. You know, I didn't notice that the first time.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, because you see the girl, well, not the girl, the doll with the black thing over it, and you can see the eyes, like
Oh,
from a
shit.
distance.
Okay. That's
And
interesting.
you're like, okay. But I don't know for you if the second that they did the flash forward scene from when she was a little girl to Lee Harker, like when they're in the meeting, like I knew right away that was her. Like you knew right away, you know? Or no, did you not feel that way?
I mean, the first time I watched it, I was just trying to take in the movie, let it do its thing. So I wasn't like, oh, I wasn't trying to like solve anything at that point. But yeah, now that I think about it, when it was revealed later that it was her, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't really think about that.
I predicted that like right away, and I was like, no. I was like, I wish I was wrong.
Yeah, I was just so enamored with Nicolas Cage in that opening. Like, I love how his face isn't completely in frame.
Right.
You just see his dirty ass clothes and
and you would never guess in a million years that he would look the way he does in this movie. You would never ever guess. And I love it. It's ridiculous on every level. Like what is this? Like what?
Yeah, I mean, he completely disappeared into that character, and apparently he got his look from years of botched plastic surgeries. But in my mind, I thought that the same way he was creating these dolls, he was like fucking up his own face, trying to achieve this perfect look, and failed miserably, obviously.
Huh. I never even thought of that. That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah, and apparently he was like an 80s glam rocker, so that's why he's all eccentric and sings all the time.
That is one word to describe him. Because that is insane. Like if I was a child and he approached me, holy shit, I would be absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified.
Yeah, I loved everything about Nick Cage in this movie. Let me throw out a question to you, young Hollie, my sister in Christ. Do you think that being that this was Nicolas Cage, do you think it almost hindered the movie in a way? Like, oh, people are going into it expecting the wacky Nick Cage show. Or do you think it would have maybe benefited if it were an unknown actor or maybe another actor?
I don't know. If they were going for what they were going for, which obviously they were, then I think that it was very well played that they never gave you any part of him through any of the previews, the trailers, nothing. Like they didn't give you anything of him. And I think that was very smart. I think if they would have shown what he looked like, then yes, absolutely. I think it would have done a disservice to the movie. But I think that they utilized that very well here. And it landed very well because the second you saw him, you were like, whoa, like, whoa. So I think in that aspect, yes, if they would have shown him, it would have definitely not landed as well. So at least they did that, which I was happy about.
If you had to pick like somebody else to play this role, who would be your cast?
That is a question. I didn't even think about that. I mean, you need someone, probably Richard Brake. I think that man needs a role to just like make him explode. He gets these little roles and he's just so incredible in these little that man, he needs an Oscar-worthy role. He needs it desperately.
I've been saying that for a long time. He would have been a good
choice.
Yeah, Richard Brake would be very good in that role. Yeah, I could see that. But I don't know, Nick Cage, I don't know if Richard Brake can sing like Nick Cage. So that's
I don't know. I've never heard him sing, so we'll have to see.
You know what my absolute favorite part of the movie, when Longlegs is talking to Harker's mom and he's about to start singing, but he's like gassing himself up. Mm-hmm. He's like, let me in now. and it can be nice.
Why do you do like a really good impression of him? Like instantly?
Make me go
Kinda
now, and I have to come back. Not once, not twice,
It's
but
amazing.
as many times as I like.
You like literally.
I've been driving
incredible at
around
that.
just
Wow.
singing that to myself.
That is pure talent. Job well done right there. Wow.
Oh, well, thank you.
Doesn't he give you like Tiny Tim vibes? I just watched Blood Harvest at VHS Fest last week, and I swear to God, I'm getting Merv vibes all over him.
Whatever happens, I must go on acting. Be a Pagliaccio love.
Yeah, you know what? I've never seen Blood Harvest. I know. I need to watch it.
You should have been at VHS Fest, and then you could have watched it with us till 2:00 in the morning. It was magical.
That sounds awful.
It was great. What do you mean?
No, I know. Yeah, trust me. I wanted to be there. Maybe next year. It's too goddamn hot too.
That's it.
How much did you complain about the heat this year?
I didn't stop. Like, I think I'm still complaining. Honestly, Saturday, holy shit. It was deadly. And like, there's no shade. There's no escaping. Like, you are just going to melt to death for hours, and you just have to sit there and take it. But I somehow didn't get sunburned. So like, job well done on the sunscreen this year. So that's cool.
Yeah, they should put like those little misting tents you see at music festivals and shit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or like Italian ice, like food trucks or something would be super cool. Anything. A giant pool. I would love that. Like anything would be great than nothing.
Just a bunch of goth horror kids swimming in a pool, all being burned alive.
I don't know if I would get in there, actually. Never mind. I take it back.
But no, I'm definitely gonna try to go next year.
Yeah.
Did you pick up any sweet tapes this year? Anything?
So I didn't like come home with a huge haul like I normally do, but I did buy Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers to Feel Alive for way too much money, like an insane amount of money, but it's fine. Everything's fine, like it's fine. And now I have it. So
do you want to?
Great.
Did you pay over 100 for it?
We're just not going to talk about it. Next question. And we're just going to live our lives. Thank you.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with...
I was desperate. I literally walked around like 82 times and I didn't find anything. And I was like, I can't come home with nothing. Like, I can't. Like, so right. I was just like, cool, I'll take it.
Well, I'm glad you have it. Glad it's in your collection now.
Me
and hey,
too.
There's nothing wrong with splurging a little bit for a tape you really want.
Yeah, but no tape should ever cost that amount. No, like never. That is straight to jail. To jail.
What's the best tape you found recently? Like just out thrifting or
nothing? I have been.
It's hard.
Garbage lately.
Yeah,
absolute garbage. Nothing. I can't even think. Let's see. No, nothing.
Okay.
What about you? Any gems for you? It's really sad.
A friend of mine did pick up the Terrifier 2 VHS for me at Walmart because mine did not have it.
I didn't even check my Walmarts for it.
But as far as like true out in the wild thrift find, yeah, I'm right there with you. I haven't found shit lately.
Yeah, it's dead out there and it's not enjoyable. And like I'm doing my best to like stay off eBay because like no.
Yeah.
You're crazy too, eBay. And you're too convenient for me. Like I shouldn't have that ability to just buy whatever I want at any time.
But hey, sometimes you can get lucky if somebody who doesn't know what they have they just throw it up randomly. It's very rare that happens, but
definitely. But you do get lucky sometimes, without a doubt.
I've had more luck with Marketplace.
Definitely. That is, but New York people are just selfish here, so they don't like give away anything. Like they will die with all of their belongings. It's awful.
All right.
Like, cool guys, just give me your shit instead. Like you don't need your tapes in the afterlife. Give them to me.
I will take your word for that. All right. So what else you got on those notes, Hollie?
I mean, my least favorite part, I feel like that's what I need to talk about, you know? Like,
Okay, let's jump in.
and I don't know if you're ready to talk about my least favorite part yet.
Sure. What is your least favorite part of Longlegs?
The end.
When you say end, where does that start for you? Was there like a specific moment?
They find Carrie Ann's doll.
Oh, at the farmhouse?
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, so now I know that these dolls are playing a part. And I hate dolls. I hate dolls.
Are you saying you hate dolls like, hey, this is my personal vendetta against dolls? Or you just hate them in the context of, oh no, why do they have to throw dolls into this movie?
Both, because why? I feel like that killed all of just like, I don't know. I can't even describe it, but like the doll aspect just killed it for me.
So you wanted it.
They tried to do like the possession aspect with the orbs that are infused with like satanic fucking whatever.
Right.
Fine. This is what's making these families do it. I understand. But that's it? That's what you're going to give me? Like, that's this whole thing? Like, that was my aha moment? Like, it fell flat, and it didn't feel as connected to the rest of the movie as the story was, like, from that point before. And it just bothered me.
So would you have rather it stayed grounded, like without this mystical element involved? Like,
I wanted more satanic, like, energy. I wanted more raw, like, just like ridiculous, insane shit. Also, the very little we got of the satanic aspect, like, it wasn't enough for me to consider this a satanic movie. Like, I can't consider this a satanic movie. It lacked on that aspect entirely.
If anything, one thing this might just be a personal gripe, but the whole hell Satan thing is just so, I don't know. It's
cringy.
Like, it's like the base level of Satanism. I'm not a Satanist by any means, but can't we do better than hell Satan?
We absolutely can.
I don't know. Just make up some shit that
I would have rather that than hail Satan. Like, stop. Like,
they should have just said like, hell yeah, brother. Or I don't fucking know.
That would have been so much cooler. And like Nick Cage, like it just fits. But yeah, that
just a redneck demon. Yeah.
I wanted more, like more dark energy, more just, it wasn't raw enough. Like it was too pretty to be a satanic movie on every level. Way too pretty, way too artsy. It wasn't raw enough.
So I do have to say that, so I'm a big fan of kind of police procedure movies like Silence of the Lambs, Seven, Zodiac, Insomnia, the often overlooked Christopher Nolan movie with Robin Williams as the villain. Great fucking movie. So I like things like that. And once it took that little twist, if you will, that these dolls are involved, I was like, part of me was kind of hoping like more of a straightforward police procedure movie. Like you keep finding like bodies keep showing up and they're solving these ciphers and it's leading to something.
Definitely.
But I don't know. I mean, the doll thing, it wouldn't be my first pick of where I want the story to go, but I kind of like it at the same time. Just the thought of somebody from a church dropping off a doll that's being created to look like your child. And there's an orb in its head that's full of satanic energy that's making the family do all these horrible things. You're asking a lot, but I'm willing to go there with you because everything else in this movie was done so well. I think the atmosphere, the acting, sound design, the way the movie looks, all of that was strong enough to where I said, okay, I'll go with you on this journey and play along. So it didn't completely take me out of the movie.
I mean, I don't know. I think that they killed him off way too soon. I think they should have kept him. I almost wish that he gave us the monologue instead of the mom, because, like, first of all, we don't need to be told everything. Like, literally, I don't need to be told, like, give me a minute. Like, I can interpret what I watched, you know? Like, I don't need you to come at me and tell me everything. Like, I could figure some things out.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like she just, like, pulled all of any bit of mystery left. Like, she just laid it all out for you. And she should have been creepier. She was too, like, you know, like, I wanted her to be creepier.
Yeah, I gotta say that was a lot of exposition. That was, yeah. And anytime there's a scene with heavy exposition, like, I don't know, Us comes to mind, like the ending of that movie where it's like, oh, you see, we live underground and blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, it's okay. This is a lot you're throwing at me here. Anytime that happens, I feel like that means that there's been a failure at some point to everything leading up to it. Like, if those ideas were fleshed out well enough, you wouldn't have to have this moment of like, okay, let's explain everything for the next 3 minutes.
Right. Like, nobody needed that.
Even though those are very valid points, at the end of the day, I still really enjoyed this movie. And I could see myself, this is going to be like a good throw it on in the background. It's a good mood watch. Like, yeah, maybe the story isn't 100% all there, but there was something about it that I just fucking loved.
Yeah, first, like, I don't know. I mean,
come on.
The last, 20 minutes, I guess I would say.
So I found myself on rewatch. First time I saw it, I was intrigued the entire time, but a little bit like, on the ending. But on rewatch, I found myself slightly bored for the first 70% of the movie. Maybe because except like the opening and a few other key moments. But on that first watch, it was one of the rare times where somebody could have come up to me at 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, hit pause and ask me, hey, what's going to happen next? And I'd be like, I have no fucking idea. There was something about this movie that just kept me on edge the entire time.
It did. It absolutely did. And I think that was very well done. I mean, you felt also very claustrophobic with this watch. Like you were constantly like looking everywhere, like through the doorways, through over here. You were always looking for something to happen. And on the second watch is when you see more of what's going on in the background. You see more of this satanic, black shadow. So whatever. But it was very subtle. Very subtle.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Speaking of like background and camera movement and everything, there's some beautiful shots in this movie with just lots of wide angle lenses. Like when Harker is at home and that door frame is in the back and you're like, I'm waiting for something. You just keep looking at that door frame, and there's many moments like that. And I love when a movie can do that. It just pulls your attention in different ways.
And the stranger's knock, you get that stranger's knock and you're like, oh shit. And you're like, what's about to happen? And that scene when she goes outside, because again, I guess that's her doll in the woods that she goes after. And
in the woods?
What?
In the woods?
Like when after the knock happens and she goes outside to investigate,
Uh-huh.
she sees like something in the woods.
Oh,
And
I didn't know. I didn't know what that shot was. I know the shot of.
I thought that was her doll.
Was there something in the woods?
I saw like a black. I assumed it was the doll on the second watch. I didn't catch it the first time.
Oh, okay. Again,
that
hey, gotta rewatch it. That's the mark of a good movie.
Where he is walking in the cabin, like behind her, when brilliant. That was like, oh my god, like that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, that was a masterclass of tension.
Absolutely.
Albeit a bit head scratching, because if that were you, you walk inside and you find a letter and the ink is still wet. Are you just gonna sit with your back turned to the door frame? Wouldn't you?
No.
I mean, I would be freaking the fuck out right then.
Literally.
But
I would not be as calm as her. No way.
Again, this goes back to the theory that Harker is possessed the entire movie. Maybe not full on possession, but it's like she's playing this, I don't know, this role that she's been given by the devil.
Well, her doll was given to her, or serves a different purpose than everybody else's doll, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So her doll essentially distracted her from seeing what was going on her entire life. She had no idea this psychotic man was living in their basement making satanic dolls that her mom was essentially like.
I want to know the logistics of that, by the way. Like, okay, you're 16 years old, it's breakfast time, Longlegs is downstairs. How's that work? How's that?
Like, you had no idea?
Does he have a kitchen and a toilet down there too? How's that work?
His bed? Like, is he okay? Like, you know, like
But again,
I don't know.
I'm willing to do the mental gymnastics to move beyond that.
Yeah.
Because, or again, she's been possessed since birth. So I don't know. Am I overlooking bad writing and the cracks in the story? And am I just using satanic putty to fill in all those cracks?
You might be a little bit.
I don't know.
You might be a little bit. But I mean, you could have made this very, very good. But I think they focused too much on making it like more artsy than like just like what you really wanted at the end of the day. And I know possession is a very, very hard thing to master, especially by now. Like, we've seen it all. Like, you know, like, we're bored.
Yeah.
But then you get When Evil Lurks and you're like, holy shit. Like,
yeah,
okay, there's hope.
Yeah, when you think about it, the whole satanic panic thing is really back in full swing. It was all over Maxine, Late Night with the Devil. And I think after this movie, hey guys, let's retire that. I'm just kind of over, oh, it's the devil.
Yeah, like, can we just, can we have someone else instead, you know?
Hell, Satan. All right.
Oh my God, like, it's, oh God, I swear every time I was like, no. And then the ending, come on, like the end scene, like, hail Satan. No, we're good. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't think you needed that. I mean, no. I liked how it ended with more Nick Cage, but again, yeah, just hail Satan.
Just cringe. It doesn't land well, especially like in today's times. It doesn't land well.
Yeah, it felt like a Facebook mom wrote that in there. Like, oh, well, you know what's really scary is the devil. So what if we had him say like, hail Satan a few times? That just terrifies me.
Literally. It's like, all right, we didn't need that. But
all right, minion mom.
And I mean, it also ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it does.
What are they going to make a second? I mean, I hope not. But
unless it is a prequel with Longlegs in the 80s, and we see his life leading up
Absolutely.
to the point where he, like, how did he become this? Because he was just sort of a pawn in all this as well. Like
He
was possessed at some point. So
I would love to hear his backstory, without a doubt.
But yeah, a lot of people also had a problem with the very end. Okay, so Harker walks into the house, the detective's house, where they're having the birthday party. And I don't know about your theater, but this got a huge reaction each time I saw it. When she goes in the living room and the doll is right there beside Ruby, people were like, oh my God, no.
I did get an oh shit last night. I did get a couple of those last night.
Yeah, so that's a great moment. But the detective is obviously under the spell of Satan, and he's clearly going to kill his wife. And he even
instantly.
Yeah, he even says, like, yeah, we're going in the kitchen. I'm coming back, but you're not, which is pretty hilarious.
I did laugh. That was cute.
So why didn't Harker stop him?
What is she going to do, though?
I don't know.
What
like,
would she have done?
Pull out your gun and say, hey, you're not going in that kitchen? I don't know.
I don't know if that really would have changed things, because if she's technically possessed herself, then I don't think she would have ever reacted that way, period. Like, I don't think she would have ever thought to do that first, just because she's not, I don't know. I think that she's just like meant to be not fully aware of everything going on, because she had to be in order to be so distracted from her real life, what her mother was doing and the man downstairs, you know? So I don't know, but that was also up to the point where her doll was killed. So,
right.
Do you think that like that really is it? Like that's it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Here we go with that Satan putty again, just filling in the fucking cracks. Like, oh well, she's possessed.
Right.
And I mean, neither answer is wrong. I think a sign of a good movie is whenever you can talk about it afterwards and you're like, well, I took that, it meant this, and somebody else has a totally different explanation. You can kind of go back and forth with it.
Definitely.
But yeah, it might be overly ambiguous to a point where it's like, was this intentional, or is this just not completely fleshed out? I'm still not sure.
Yeah, definitely. Just, I have a lot of questions, like still, and why didn't she shoot her doll at the end? Why didn't she end the cycle right then and there? Is Longlegs...
Well, she tried to.
But why didn't her gun go off? Why didn't she...
She was out of bullets. Why are you shrugging?
I don't know. I feel like maybe like she couldn't do it.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure she fires like 3 times and it clicks. So she's trying to shoot it.
I don't know. I feel like that was intentional. That was like, she can't end it entirely. I don't know if Longlegs tried to groom her to maybe one day, like possibly take over, or like, I don't know. So my second watch, I overthought things for sure. So I was like, is that intentional? Does that have a hidden meaning, you know?
Right. Yeah. I do think the interrogation scene is 10 out of 10 for me.
Absolutely. And that face bash scene with that nose split, oh my God, that was incredible.
Yeah, it was. When he spits his fucking teeth out and
that was, the blood just like splatters all over. That was awesome.
Yeah,
the gore was very good here. Like the kills that they did show, it was all very well done.
I have heard a lot of people say like, oh, I wanted more kills and stuff. And I've heard a lot of people say this movie isn't scary, it's boring as hell. And I'm wondering, did they want a movie where Longlegs has 5 women tied up in the basement and he's torturing them? I feel like some people maybe went into it expecting that. I would have been very disappointed if it was that. like that cliche thing.
Yeah,
Cliche.
because again, we've seen that. It's been done.
Yeah.
This was an interesting concept. I have to say, but like again, like execution wise, it didn't land for me. But like I really did enjoy it. Like I was hooked instantly, and like that's a huge thing for me. Like if a movie can do that, like I'm in. Like let's fucking go. Like you said, like I'll follow you anywhere. Like but then you give me dolls, and then I no longer am interested.
So not a big Child's Play fan, I'm assuming.
Oof. I don't know. It's like I could defeat a doll. I could defeat a satanic doll. I know I could. Like, I know I could. That takes the fear factor out of it.
Not if you're possessed by the demon orb in the head, Hollie.
I can't be possessed by that because I'm already possessed by something different. That's a different story. So I can't be possessed by this. So I could defeat it. I wouldn't have killed Longlegs. I just would have been like, let's do something else, you know? Like, let's do something more cool, maybe. I don't know.
You'd be like, let's go shopping.
Right. Like, let's get you a new fit, because this ain't it.
Let's go do karaoke.
Oh my God. That is like top 10 people I would absolutely do karaoke with, without a doubt. Damn.
Okay, check it out. Here's the Mount Rushmore of movie weirdos. Longlegs, the dude from Poltergeist 2, the caretaker from Scary Movie 2.
Oh my God.
Who's the fourth guy? I've been trying to think of this.
Fuck.
I've been saying I want to see a buddy cop movie with the caretaker from Scary Movie and Longlegs.
Oh my God. That would be insane.
They're kind of very similar. They both like to sing.
They both like to sing.
Are you frightened, child? Here,
they should do like a short of Longlegs of just like him just like belching out tunes. Like just like let him like slam down some fucking karaoke and just like let him go. You know, bring him back.
Yeah.
And also I'm very upset that all the merch so far that I've seen, not one company or person, whoever, has put him on a shirt yet. Like I need a shirt with him on it as Longlegs, and I will wear it every day for the rest of my life until I die.
Well, Neon put out the all red shirt with the just his eyes, but
yeah, no, I don't want that. I want it black, and I want him on it. Like I want his face. Like he's so creepy.
Yeah, just singing. Not once, not twice.
Why are you so good at it?
But as many times as I like.
Oh my God, I need to practice. Clearly, I'm not even going to attempt it right now, but I need to practice this because there's some competition. You should be him for Halloween.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
an idea. Get like some prosthetic. Like, this is for you, without a doubt. Do you know anybody born on the 14th? Kara's actually born on the 14th.
Better watch out.
I know. Her birthday's coming up next month, actually.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is right.
Yeah, no, I don't know anybody born on the 14th.
It's probably for the best.
I did like that aspect of the movie with the ritual of the killings and how he selected his victims.
Yeah.
I wanted more of, because I'm a huge Zodiac fan.
Okay.
I don't know if I like the movie, but just the case itself, I've had to pull myself out of many Zodiac sleuthing holes, just diving down the internet. I'm like, I'm gonna solve it. I never do.
I never do.
I'm obsessed with the case. So as soon as I saw that this movie had like the aspect of you have these serial killings with these ciphers, I was like, I'm in. I don't want to see anything else. I'm fucking sold. But yeah, I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of that.
Absolutely.
But
she solved it a little too easily for me as well.
Well, so Longlegs, when he was in the cabin, he left the code to the cipher. So the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, she cracked that super fast. But since I've later learned, Longlegs gave her the key to the cipher so that she could.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I completely missed that?
Yeah, I missed it too.
Oh,
and
shit.
unless the video that I watched is mistaken, that pointed that out.
Uh-oh.
That is what happened.
So, like, when she opens the card, it's, like, in the frame, or?
Uh-huh. Because there's, like, you know how it has the cipher, but it has the message under it. So that was him giving her a piece of the code. So from then on, she could kind of piece out the rest.
But why would he want to help her?
Because this is the ultimate plan, I think.
I mean, yeah, but damn, I wish I didn't know that.
Why?
Because, like, why?
Because I want to keep talking shit. I'm like,
I don't know. Why would we? How did I miss that? I really need to go rewatch this scene now.
I could gladly go rewatch this in theaters for a third time. Just financially, I don't want to do that because every time I go to the Alamo, I end up buying like $40 worth of food. So
the best chocolate chip cookies ever.
They are good. I fuck with the cauliflower bites. Yeah.
You would.
But yeah, I could gladly rewatch this and have fun going back, picking up little pieces here and there. Okay, so what do you give this 5-star rating? Where are you sitting at, Hollie? Be nice.
So I originally gave it a 3.
That's
I
understandable.
hate it.
Right.
But like, again, like endings are huge for me. Like, do not waste my time. I'm fully invested. I'm ready to go. And like, then you just give me that, like that. I take that personally. So that's like 2 stars automatically right there is for a bad ending. But like, I really did enjoy it. Like it was beautifully filmed. Yeah. The sound was incredible. Like it was great up until it wasn't. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at a 3. I think anything less, I think 3 is exactly where I need to be right now.
I have come around to the ending. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I mean, they're asking a lot with the satanic black magic orbs in
Hail
the head.
Satan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Hail Satan. That's scary. Wait till the girls at the office watch this. They're gonna be so scared.
The girls in the office. Oh my god, I love that.
But yeah, would you have liked to see Nick Cage in his whole process of how he summons this magic to put into the orbs?
Yeah. I want anything
you would
more
have
of him.
Wanted
I want
to see
all
that?
of it.
Okay. Yeah.
I need more of him. I need to know everything about him. Like I love him.
Yeah. Beautiful voice. Amazing style.
That style. Like he's good with kids, like he's just he's a great guy.
Yeah. That fucking shot of him waiting at the bus stop.
Oh my god.
Pure comedy.
Just honestly. And he's just like, all right, let's go,
I think I'm going to hold steady at 4 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, it's not 5 stars.
That's not.
Those are for the big dogs, but
the big 4 is high. That's a movie that I love. Like
I did love it. There's something.
Okay.
I love this. I love this movie. There's something about it, even though logically there's a lot of things where I'm going, that's awfully convenient. Okay, I'll overlook that. As a whole, it's a solid movie. And it's kind of been stuck in my brain since I watched it. Like I keep thinking about it.
I do too.
Um,
I do relate to that.
hey, maybe you'll watch this a year from now and be like, wow, I kind of fuck with this movie.
I mean, you never know. Like, I
Yeah.
came around to Rob Zombie's Halloween, so
Wow. If you
yeah,
can do
so
that,
anything's possible.
you can do anything, sister.
I will crawl over there and I will skull fuck the shit out of you.
Be careful, because you liked Halloween Kills, so let's not even go there.
I like the first 20 minutes of it, and then that's it.
20 minutes is a lot to like in that movie.
Well, as soon as they start the whole Evil Dies Tonight shit, there's no coming back from that.
They should do a Hail Satan, like, mashup.
That would have been better.
Cringe.
Hell Satan versus Evil Dies Tonight in a cringe off for the ages.
That would be a sight to see, honestly.
I don't think I've ever asked you this, but what would you say your big three as far as favorite movies are?
I hate being asked this question because
And don't say The Strangers.
no.
Because that movie is mid as fuck.
Is what as fuck?
Mid.
Mid.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's kind of boring. I don't know. I don't get the hype about it. It's just fine.
I don't even want to answer this question anymore. Like, I'm just
Sorry. This podcast is over.
I hate answering this question because like any movie I love is like a favorite movie of mine. But like Fire Walk with Me, obviously. I would die for that movie. I would absolutely die for it.
You know what? I've never seen it.
Like any Twin Peaks.
I've watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes of Twin Peaks. I never finished it though.
Oh my god! What? You just stopped?
Not because I didn't like it. I was like, I don't know. I just forgot to finish it.
Oh my god! You need to go back and finish it immediately.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. So Fire Walk with Me. What else?
I mean, Hereditary is a movie I would die for without a doubt. Toni Collette was robbed on every level.
Sure.
Every level.
I saw that in IMAX like
recently?
A few months ago.
Life-changing.
Yeah. It was insane in IMAX.
Honestly, that was one of the best nights of my life. Like I went by myself and
shit. You saw it in IMAX too?
Oh, I did, because
Nice.
I missed Hereditary in theaters originally. So I was like, I'm not missing it again. Like, I will kill someone for this. And that movie is meant to be seen on the big screen. The sounds, everything, just like the piano wire. I hear it sawing her throat right now. Like,
yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So Hereditary, what else?
I don't know.
It is a hard question.
Everything's like, I hate this question because like anytime someone asks me something like, what's your favorite this? All knowledge just like dissipates, All
right. But if I ask you what movies do you hate, I'm sure you got some lined up. Like what are some beloved movies you hear a lot? You're like, I hate that fucking movie.
Child's Play.
Child's Play? All of them?
I hate Child's Play. Like, I do not fuck with it. The only person I fuck with is Tiff, like, because she's obviously badass as fuck. But Child's Play, I have the tape. I won't even allow it on my shelf. Like, it is not allowed on my shelf. It's under my bed. That's
even
how little I care for it.
Even Child's Play 2? Because that's my favorite.
Every single one.
Wow. Okay.
I also am not really a fan of, like, any of the Scream sequels.
Oh, like
all.
Even Scream 2?
I don't care for any of them, like at all. Like I think they're just nothing compared to the original. Like absolutely nothing. And that's some shocking news for some people.
Well, I mean, Scream 2 and 3, they hold a nostalgic factor in my heart, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be too outraged at that statement. Hate's a strong word. Scream 5 and 6. Yeah,
What are we doing here?
Especially 6. Holy shit.
That was one of the worst movies ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So,
I don't know.
Blair Witch and A Violent Nature.
In a Violent Nature was boring. That was a boring movie. Nothing happened. I can't hate a movie where nothing happened. It was just boring. Like, I would put that on to go to bed. Like, do you need melatonin? No. Watch In a Violent Nature or The Blair Witch Project, and you'll go to bed. No problem.
Hey.
Yeah.
This broad over here. Jesus.
And side note, broad is such a underused word, so thank you for calling me that.
Hey, I love
that.
saying, hey, it is fucking broad.
It's so good. Like, everyone should use that word more. What about you? What are some of your big dogs?
My big dogs. Let's see. Well, I mean, of course, like, I don't know. I feel like they're all generic. Halloween. Yeah, I like Scream. I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but yeah, I love the original Scream.
Who doesn't?
Halloween, The Lost Boys, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Night of the Creeps.
Good choice.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's so many. I hate narrowing it down.
Sure. Yeah. So what are you most excited about for the rest of the year?
Well, what do we have?
Terrifier 3.
I don't know how I feel about it.
You don't like Terrifier?
I love Terrifier. It's just, do we need a third? Is my problem.
I say, sure, why not?
The ending of Terrifier 2 was a little wonky for me. It got a little weird for a minute. So I'm a little nervous to see like what he does now.
You mean like when it got all like Power Rangers, like she has the power?
What was that? What is happening here? Like, that's not what I came here for. I came for an absolute like slash and bash, and that's what I got up until that point. And then it was like, is a different movie playing? Like, what happened here, guys? He's got superpowers now? What the fuck? Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna go see it. But do we need a third? I don't think so. Overkill, but I will go see it. So
yeah, same here. I'm excited about it. I think for the rest of the year, Nosferatu might be my most anticipated. Now that Longlegs has come out.
I haven't watched the trailer yet. I walked out of the theater yesterday when it played. Because I want to go into it completely blind.
You know what movie I did that for, where I just straight up refused to see anything leading up to it? Halloween Kills. I can't tell you how many times I literally walked out of the movie theater once it started playing. And boy, all that work for nothing.
All those extra steps for literally nothing, because you could have just sat there and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
What else? What's coming out in August? Shit, I'm blanking.
Cuckoo.
Yes. There you go. That looks pretty good. So that's something.
Yeah, and you have Alien Romulus the week after.
That does look good.
I love all these like double headers we're getting, like Maxine, Longlegs, Cuckoo, Alien.
Yeah, no, we're getting some shit, but like nothing's like wowed me yet to the point where I'm like, oh my god, like I don't know, I haven't been wowed yet.
Yeah, we said we weren't going to talk about Maxine. What are you doing? We're not. Oh,
stop it. Did you see Kinds of Kindness?
I did not.
You should definitely go see that. That was a fantastic movie.
Okay.
Fucking weird, but fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Poor Things. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Poor Things was great.
I would die for.
Yeah.
She killed it.
Yeah, great movie.
Everybody killed it, actually, in that movie.
But yeah, I think from here on out, Cuckoo and Nosferatu.
Those, yeah.
Yeah.
And August is like right around the corner, so they're coming out like in the next couple weeks.
Yes, they are. I'm
Exciting.
very excited. Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, again, nobody's like truly wowed me yet. I mean, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, Hollie. Well, I guess we will wrap this up. But
All right.
thank you so much for doing this. This was a
Thank you
lot
for
of fun.
having me.
I would love to have you back on. You were great.
Ooh, all right.
First time ever podcasting. You're a natural. This broad's a natural.
Thus broad. Appreciate it.
If you want to follow Hollie on Instagram, it's HollieByTheCemetary.
That's right.
Check out all her cool ass tapes and everything she posts up over there.
All the weird shit she posts, yeah.
All the weird shit. All right, well, if you are watching this on YouTube, do me a huge favor and hey, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below, what did you think of Longlegs? Did we upset you over anything? Did we get something wrong? That's a very good possibility.
Always is.
We're just talking shit over here. All right, well, until next time, I'm Phil. Hollie, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.